Well, hello, everyone.
Hello, where's our theme song? Do we have a theme?
Oh, we should have a theme song.
I know.
Of course we should have a theme song. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Coffeehouse at the Mews. I'm Peter Donnelly, and this is Ron Robin.
I am Ron Robin.
Yes, and we bring you the Coffeehouse at the Mews every Monday night here from 7 to 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
And we have 3 coffee houses left.
Is it?
Well, we're counting this one.
I think it's Coffeehouse. There's one house, 2 heists.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Yes,
Yes.
it's the way it's going to be, isn't it? Oh, I'm sorry.
It's hard to keep up with, but if you do it, we'll get through this. Anyway, we have been running the coffee house here at the Mews restaurant in Provincetown for 30 years. Ron and I, we started it 30 years ago.
They did.
And it's an open stage, and we have tonight 4 performers actually, right?
Mm-hmm.
Plus, I'll probably do a song at the end if there's enough time. And so we'd like to welcome you all and thank you for joining us. If you've never been to the coffee house before, raise your hand. Oh, look at all those people. Yeah. We have, what was it just going to say, 30 years.
We have 30 years of doing this and making believe we know what we're doing.
Yes, and we do this every week, actually. We just ramble along.
Which is why we're the way we are right now, because it's been 30 years.
Well, let me tell you a little bit about what happens here. Is we have sponsors. We have Dr. Scott Allegretti Dental Arts here in Provincetown. Land's End Inn, they give us a room each week when there's no COVID environment going on for our featured performers. And Provincetown Magazine, 102.3 The Dunes, and the Mews restaurant has been giving us this space on the waterfront for 30 years. And we have a suggested donation of $5. And that $5 is a lot of bang for the buck. Not only does it help us run our production here, which you'll see in the top corner, live from Provincetown. We have this production company that helps us. They also work, they have another production company they call Virtual Piano Bar, and John Richardson is running the production tonight. I don't know if he'll come on and say hello, give us a wave if he's there. Here he comes. Yes, it's John. And he's running that. And John started Virtual Piano Bar just at, what is today, the 15th, so March 16th in 2020. So he will be doing a special performance tomorrow night at 5 o'clock. On Virtual Piano Bar, and you can go to virtualpianobar.com. You go to Facebook, look up Virtual Piano Bar. You can go to YouTube and see it. So there's all kinds of ways to do that. And hey, Rita and Pete, how you doing? Yeah. Nice to see you.
Cindy, was it? Also, yeah.
Catherine. So you know what, folks? Hi, Cinda.
Sorry.
Say hello as you see people doing. Let us know where you're watching from. It's always nice to know how people are all spread out all over the place. So.
And hi, Harry and Edie. There's Cinda, just a quick story. Hi, Frank. There was a woman that worked for us. Her name was Cinder. And I asked, how did you get your name? Because it's an unusual name. And
hi, Karen.
She said, my parents were hippies. And they were at some concert. And they said, they saw this flame, someone was burning something, and they saw cinders. And they said, in their altered state, our daughter will be named Cinder. And that's how she got her name, from her stoned parents.
There's going to be a few things about stoned people in this show, actually. So
yes, there are.
So there's a suggested donation of $5, and what that does is helps us with production, but it also we send some of the proceeds over to WOMR, which is the community radio station in Provincetown, and also to Provincetown Theater. So it's a lot of bang for the buck, and we appreciate it and want to just thank you ahead of time for helping us out with that. Let's see. Next week, we have Tenzin Chopak. He'll be one of our features next week. He's really a fantastic songwriter. So that'll be next week, March 22nd. And then on the last Monday, March 27th, we have Zoe Lewis, and that'll be our closing night. So, and we have some writers and other people planned. So we're kind of working on that as we speak.
Yeah.
So thank you all for joining us. It's so nice. And we do a lot of talking, so it's hard to say hi to everybody all at once. But
Yeah,
yeah,
I know.
Why don't we bring on our first act?
That's a good idea.
Yeah, Peter Tighe is going to come on. Maybe bring on Peter Tighe.
Peter Tighe.
Yes.
Yeah.
Peter
Hey,
Tighe.
Peter.
Peter.
Nice to
Hey,
see you.
everybody.
How are you, Peter? Oh, we have to listen to him on this.
Yes, you have to. Ron has to put
Hello?
his earplug in.
No, you have to
Yeah.
listen to me, Ron, believe it or not. It's one- Whether you want to or not.
Hey, so for the folks at home watching, this is Peter Tighe. Peter is going to sing a couple of songs that he wrote. Peter and I are in a band together, the New Beach Band, and Steve Sollog, who's coming on a little bit later, he's also in our band, the New Beach Band, and along with Paul Lesniak and Vanessa Downing, and we play out at the beach, out at Herring Cove in the summers, and
you guys are a lot of fun.
we have
You
a
guys
lot
are
of fun.
great. Yeah.
We sing beach music. We get everybody up and dancing. It's a lot. It's a blast.
Really
And
is.
Peter, you also play with other bands around town.
Oh, from time to time I do, yes.
Yeah, back when things were live, and we're hoping we're going to see a lot of live music coming up, at least by July, maybe August.
Oh, I'm hoping so too. It's been the first time in about 30 years I haven't played outside in the summer at some venue or another. So it's a little tricky, but it's good. This is the first time I've been on a video show. So
Well, great. Well, I'm glad you're working it out with us. This is kind of what it's for. It's what it's.
Yeah. No, I
And,
appreciate it. Thank you for that. You gave me my start too back in the old days, in the early days of the early Coffeehouse. Very experimental back then, much more experimental than I found it recently. But yeah.
Yeah. Well, you never know what you're going to see, I guess. And
No, you have quite a variety of people and occasions of different varieties of things just completely melting or exploding and having fun doing it.
Yeah.
So,
And did you say that you came to the Mews when, in the 80s?
when did you start?
Coffeehouse?
Oh,
Well, the Coffeehouse started in 1991.
oh, okay. So then it was
So if
after
you-
that for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I
I got
was
it wrong.
playing around back then before the Coffeehouse started, but
Ah,
yeah. But you were kind enough. I remember the look on Ron's face sometimes about what was coming in and what was going out. But it definitely had its moments, and it has come a long way. And Peter, you both have been very consistent at keeping it going, which is great. And OMR has been great at having us too as well. So
Yeah.
good community thing going on here.
Well, that's great. That's great.
Yeah.
And has this was the week last year. This is our maybe we would call it our St. Patrick's Day show.
Yeah.
This time last year, Bert Johnson was supposed to be featuring, and we had to kill it. Of course, this was the week we stopped running the show.
Oh yeah.
So we're able to at least be back within a year, and we have a few more weeks to go. Which,
Elaine just stopped by to say hello.
Elaine
in,
and I saw Michelle as well.
in
yes,
Hudson, in Canada.
yeah. Oh wow!
So, yeah.
We got people from all over watching tonight.
Yeah,
know.
thanks.
Wow,
It's a province in Quebec.
My
Yes.
goodness.
All right,
All over the world.
and Luke. All right, Luke and Paul Keogh. All right, so nice of you all to join us. So Peter, tell me, has this year? We've noticed that a lot of times people have mentioned that they couldn't play all year and get out and do live music, but they did other things. That maybe they did some writing, or they channeled their energies into learning the instrument, or anything like that that's been going on for you.
Yes. As a matter of fact, I was just commenting to Sally that I played the guitar more in the last year than I have probably in about 30 years, consistently. And I've been writing a lot of tunes. There was a point there where the creative juices were really flowing, writing a lot of tunes. And right now I'm working out with another guitar player and just got a bass player and a drummer. Going to try and pull off a CD before the end of this year. So
Fantastic.
it's fun.
And you say before the end of this year, meaning probably in the fall, you'll
Well, I'd like to do it sooner, but this year would be a kind of like a modest estimate. One of the things about it is anytime somebody says, "Oh, I'm going to make a CD," it's like it goes on forever. You're always making it, but you never do it. So I'm trying to take about 3 or 4 songs, get them perfected, and then jump into a serious studio and get that done, and then see how it sounds and where it flows from there. But it's
great.
experimental at this point. the type of music, trying to just keep it original. But the creative end of it this last year has been really providing a lot of time to do that. So it's been good.
Well, that's good. It sounds really productive, yeah. And the more time you put on the instrument, the more songs get written and ideas and
sure. Yeah. So it's been fun. It's been very good that way. First thing in the morning to get up and go pick up a guitar when you're usually running out the door to do something else. So it's been fun.
That's great.
Well, yeah, and so far nobody's killed me or thrown anything at me, so I think we're doing okay. No tomatoes on this show, is there?
No. We can't reach you, but Sally can.
Ow! Yeah, I know. Trust me. Yeah, she's good at that. Reaching me. Pretty soon, if you guys do see an arm come reaching out, that's who it would be.
Enough.
Yes, she's lurking in the grounds. Enunciate, she will say.
Yes.
Enunciate.
Well, and Sally, this is a fundraiser and it helps out Provincetown Theater, and Sally is a big member of the Provincetown Theater. We all see her in the local plays and
absolutely
and stuff like that. So that's always been great over the years.
Yes.
And we're saying hello too to Melinda and Gail is either from St. Pete or it's St. Pete who is saying hello to us, which is really far away.
That's Gail Cohen, and she is
in
in St. Pete,
Yeah.
Florida.
Oh.
Yes.
I thought she was referring to me as St. Pete.
Never thought of that.
All right. Thomas from Weymouth and Karen Larson Smith. Karen, I went to high school with.
Oh wow, really?
It's people that just join in. They see this on Facebook or whatever.
Man.
So it's there's a lot of folks that enjoy the Coffee House. So, Peter, what is your first song? What is the title of it?
The first one is I Can Do Anything About Anything at This Time.
I like it. I like it already.
Does that make any sense?
Nice and long, that title. Yes.
Yeah, well, it changes from time to time depending on the occasion, but yeah.
They start big and we snip them down. Yes.
Yeah, it's kind of, I went to a songwriting school, and one of the guy that was directing it at the time had said, you're not supposed to explain your songs before you play them, that they're supposed to explain themselves. But I will give you one little. This song is kind of like what we were talking about before, how you have past histories and different occasions, and you leave your trail sometimes and other people misinterpret it. So it's kind of like a reflection of trying to go back to situations and make amends, or at least see how they're going and the reaction that you get about it. So that's kind of what this one was about.
All right, great. And is this fairly new or been around?
It's about a year old. I actually, if I recall correctly, I think the last time I played live with you guys, it was in a plant. It was kind of like in its incubation stage, and I probably dumped it halfway through and went running out the door. But other than that, it's been about a year or so. When's the last time we had the live Mews? 2 years ago?
Well, it ended a year ago today.
Right. Yeah. So, yeah, it's about a year and a half.
We had to pull the plug on it. Yeah.
And then the one after that's a little bit older. I wrote it for a Martin Luther King Day celebration about 6 years ago. So it's out there.
Oh, great.
A little bit. But I always feel obligated to play it this time of year too. So I didn't have a chance to do it live anywhere else. So here we go.
Well, fantastic. Well,
Great.
Why don't we have you play this first song, and
Sure.
And then we'll have you back and we'll chat with you a little bit before we say goodbye and lead you into the second song.
Okay, beautiful.
All right, this is Peter Tighe.
Well, it's been some time since I've been here. Ever since I took that old rail line away. Till my life is here. I've done so many things before now. I just don't know what I did. Said I came back here, tried to make amends. Said I don't want to be playing your games. If I did everything that you said that I did, I wouldn't know how I could have made it this far anyway. But I taking my time, trying to make some sense. Ever since since that old locomotive got derailed. Said I ain't got no time to try and make everything all right this time. Well, you told me things I did when I was just running around like a kid. Said I done up and stole things away from you. I put them right there in that trash. Said I've told you, now I try to explain it to you, babe. You said you didn't want to hear a damn word I got to say. Your memories do trick us into thinking things are real. That happened so very long ago, and I don't know what I did when I taking my time trying to make some sense. Ever since that old locomotive got derailed, well, I ain't got no time to make everything all right this time. Well, you said that I left you behind. If I recall correctly, you were not having my kind. Our memories do trick us into believing things are real. That happened so long time ago, and I don't know what I did. Well, I've been taking my time trying to make some sense. It's ever since that old rail I got destroyed. Well, I ain't got no time to make everything all right this time. Oh, this time. Yeah, this is time. Can't make it right this time.
Yeah.
Amen.
All right.
Hey, fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's nice.
very
job.
soulful. I love the guitar work on it. It's
Oh,
really,
thank
yeah, really nice.
You like my beautiful Martin here?
Yeah,
This thing's
Yeah.
been everywhere from floating down a stream to traveling on a train and everything in between.
Yeah.
well, it sounds great. It
Oh,
still
thank
sounds good.
Thank you.
Yeah. And we got a few folks writing in. I don't. Can you see the
I
comments?
do, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
good. That's good.
It's not quite the same as the clanking of dishes and silverware flying, but yeah, it's good.
Yeah,
That's true.
yeah.
Yeah, every once in a while when Peter and I look up, it's because we're reading some of these comments that come in. So our eyes are jiggling around.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, this is a whole new thing.
Anyway, wow. So
Go ahead.
that's great. And yeah, no, the guitar sounds really really warm and meaty, and it sounds. Also, I can hear. You put this with a band. There's going to be some nice spots in there
Mm-hmm.
for some solos and things like that.
Is the same kind of feel for this next tune?
No.
All
No.
right, different. All right.
It's a little bit different. I've tried. That's the hard part, is trying to break it up so you're not sounding like you're, the monotony of the same rhythm and the same chord structures and blah, blah, blah. So this one's a little bit more syncopated, and it was originally recorded a while ago, and we had Paul Lesniak, as a matter of fact, played saxophone on it, and Rick Arnoldi played guitar, and I actually played drums on it and sang too. So But yeah, it has a lot. It varies, Ron. I mean, as far as the creative thing goes, half the time I don't know what I'm doing, and some of that process comes on. Like few of these songs that came out this year, I have no idea. I literally just kind of went into a trance, sat down with the guitar. Next thing I know, and I keep a recorder nearby so that I can, listen to myself and then figure out what the words were and try and decipher it and all that kind of stuff. So the creative process isn't so much of a formula for me, except for, just allowing it to happen and learning how to just not be judgmental and allow that stuff to flow through. And then, as art would be like doing a painting or something. And when I did do a structured songwriting course, it was pretty interesting, but it was really foreign to me, the whole concept of how to sit down and actually write a song. Yeah. But it happens.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't happen.
Well, whatever you're doing, keep doing it.
Yeah.
It sounds like you got lots of material.
I'm planning on it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And what's this one coming up?
This one's called "People Get Up Rising," and literally it was a song that I did create for a friend of mine, Harriet Coram, who started this art piece. Martin Luther King Day celebration every year. We'd have a silent vigil and a walk from the downtown, the town hall in Wellfleet to the library and back. And then we'd have a whole little ceremony that took place inside Preservation Hall. And so I wrote this song in kind of like for her and in commemoration of, the idea of the revolution and, the equal rights movement, everything in between. I'm an old hippie in a lot of ways. So, I got to keep that spirit alive and well, let people know there is hope, despite the
good.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, good. We're glad you keep the light burning for everybody else.
Yeah, well, you do it. I mean, we all do it in our own ways. I think as far as music goes, we're tempering the nerves, And that's a powerful piece.
All right.
Okay.
If you would like for me to sing another one, I'd be happy to.
So we'd like you to sing this number, and we are going to say goodbye here. And thank you so much for joining us and for helping us with this benefit and for all you do. And I look forward to hearing you play out and playing some live music at some point.
Well, I'm waiting for the same thing with you too, man.
Yeah.
Sunshine with that feeling of that warmth out there. Get Steve out there playing again, maybe if he's willing. Who knows?
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
Well, thanks, Peter.
Okay, you're welcome.
Thank you, Peter.
My pleasure. Thank you. Here we go. People get up rising. People get up rising. There's revolution in the air. Lying politicians said they tell you that they care. Nelson, Martin, Malcolm, Gandhi's everywhere. What is the solution? Which way should we turn? Rise to the occasion. Empires always fall. Peace will conquer violence, but love will conquer all. The diversity's the catchphrase. Said they always think they're right. Said no talking about equality, while they're always thinking white. Nelson, Martin, Malcolm, Gandhi's everywhere. What is the solution? Which way should we turn? Rise to the occasion. Empires always fall. Peace will conquer violence, but love will conquer all. Till the people get up singing. Said you heard your voices be clear. said, I'll hear your voices ringing. He said, now tell them that you care. Lucy Mountain Red Dome, Gandhi's everywhere. What is the solution? Which way should we turn? Rise to the occasion. Empires always fall. Peace will conquer violence, but love will conquer all. Oh, yeah, yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
All right, that was Peter Tighe, and that was just fantastic. Thank you so much, Peter, and folks. A lot of folks are joining us. This is if you're just joining us, this is Coffeehouse at the Mews. This is Ron Robin, and I'm Peter Donnelly.
Yes, you are.
Yeah, and we see Doug is tuning in from Westboro.
Yeah, good to have you, Doug, and also Angie, who I know is out there every week. Angie and Dino.
Angie and Dino.
Thank you very much for.
We see Melinda
Supporting us.
Yeah. So and Michelle. All right. So that was Peter Tighe, and those were two original songs.
Yep.
And that was great. That was great. I seem to be chewing on my words today. So
Well, you're hungry.
I could let you talk some more.
Okay. All right. So
That's what happens when you get two people. You can
Yeah.
you can bail. So we have two pre-recorded items coming up.
we do.
Yeah, they're not going to be live. They're going to be pre-recorded. And the first one, Ron is actually can tell us about.
I can, but I'm not going to. I'm just kidding. Just kidding. All right. So Pingle is our bar manager for quite some time here at the Mews. And she is a very interesting person. She could tell you stories forever.
She's a world traveler.
That's for sure. And she, in her younger years, she got in trouble once in a while. This headline in the newspaper
From Australia.
from the 70s from Australia, possessing pot cost her $50. Obviously,
She got a fine.
it was a fine for 50. It must have been a flower pot. That's what
Yes.
I figured. Yeah.
And what was it? What year?
If that one was, this doesn't have a year.
Oh.
But what happened was, there's a magazine article, Women's Day, December 21st, 1970, just a portion of this. Pingle met a friend of hers, at Leslie, in Zurich in June of 1968. They decided to travel the world together. I'm reading part of the story here in case you're wondering why I'm looking down. They hitched to Munich, and then that's where they bought a combi wagon, a little bus kind of thing. And they worked at a Munich hotel for 4 months to earn some money so that they could tour Holland, Switzerland, France, Spain, and Gibraltar. They worked in Gibraltar for 2 months.
Oh, wow.
And then they got a $2,000 fine. They got in trouble a lot, in case you were wondering. For some reason, they had a ticket on their vehicle that they left outside, and they had to pay $2,000. And Pingle said, no, look, these are trumped up charges. And she said, we beat them down to a $40 towing charge. That's our Pingle. And it says here, and then we left Spain pronto because they said, pay this $40 fine and you got 10 days to get out of Spain. So she got thrown out of that country. Anyway.
Well, if you know Pingle has been the bartender at the Mews for, 30 some odd years.
Yeah, she'll tell you about it right now. This is the recording that we did, and we did 2 or 3 takes because I kept pushing the wrong button on the record. But meanwhile, she kept getting ready for her performance. Watch.
Pingle, wow, our bar manager. How many years have you been here at the Mews?
I've been here for 33 years, since 1988.
All right. All right, and you got your famous song to do,
I
which
do.
almost every year you get to
I
do
do,
this.
I do, but you know what? I can't do it without a little help from some,
Friends, huh?
just a little, you know, just kidding. Okay. Ooh, sorry, pardon.
Oh, wow.
Big balls in Cowtown, we'll all go downtown. Big balls in Cowtown, we'll dance around. Put on your new shoes, put on your gown. Put on your new shoes, the big balls in town. Woo! Board up your windows, shut up your doors. Board up your windows, the big balls in town. Eating on grill roads, sleeping on the ground. Oh my. Put up your big balls, we're all in town. Hey, happy St. Patty's Day. Big balls in Cowtown. Love and miss you all.
All right, that is our very own Pingle, and over the years, the Mews staff has gotten come up on stage at different times, and it's always really funny. And she does. She's sung "Big Balls in Cowtown" many times.
Many times. I mean, she is originally from Texas, but I mean, we were just laughing so hard. I was laughing with her again just now, tearing.
Yes, yeah.
She's so much fun, and she's so cute. Anyway, thanks, Pingle.
That's a lot of years she's been with us at, with Coffeehouse. She was there from the beginning.
She was before, She was
there before Coffeehouse. But
she was working before Coffeehouse started.
And I've sat and talked with Pingle about so many stories. Like she has, I remember one story where she did the Silk Road. She traveled through Afghanistan.
Yeah.
Like, as a solo and with other people at different times. As a woman in the 60s, she had a VW bus.
Yeah.
And did the whole thing. It was really amazing.
Incredible. Yeah, she's got.
And she makes the best margarita around.
You wrote her in a song.
I put her margarita in a song. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. So that's Pingle, and that's fantastic. If you're just joining us, we are Coffeehouse at the Mews, and we are a fundraiser. This is a fundraiser for the local radio station WOMR and also Provincetown Theater. It's a suggested donation of $5, and you see the information will go across the bottom of the screen if you want to send a donation in. You can also, if you don't have the Venmo app, and it's Mews.
Oh, Mews. What? A Venmo thing.
Venmo, Mews Coffeehouse, and it's all one word. If you don't have that, that doesn't work for you, you can always send a check to the Mews Restaurant, which is at 429 Commercial Street, Provincetown, 02657, and we can put that information up to us.
Up next.
Yeah. So up next, we have another pre-recorded video. Peter Hutchinson has been singing here at the Coffeehouse for many, many years. He comes in and he sings a cappella, and he's an English gent. I guess is a good way to say it. He's also an internationally known artist.
Yeah.
I work for him actually as an artist assistant. I run his studio. It's one of my many jobs.
Yeah.
And I've been with him for about 15 years. And we have him. He's going to come in and sing a song, and he just loves to sing. So please welcome Peter Hutchinson.
Hi, I'm Peter Hutchinson. I'm going to sing a song by the Bee Gees. The joke is on me. I started a joke that started the whole world crying, but I couldn't see that the joke was on me. I started to laugh, that started the whole world crying, but I still couldn't see that the joke was on me. I looked at the skies, holding my hands over my eyes, and I fell out of bed, hurting my head with something I said. So I finally died. That started the whole world living, but I still couldn't see that the joke was on me, that the joke was on me.
Fantastic. All right.
Peter.
And so we like all the folks that come into Coffeehouse. We like to let you know we miss you.
Yeah.
This is why we're doing the show. It's
Yeah, and I'm sorry, but it just occurred to me, we have a lot of Peters on this show. I don't know.
we
if
had Peter Tighe. That was
Peter.
Peter Hutchinson.
That was another Peter.
My name's Peter.
Oh, that's right. It is.
Yes.
Yes.
Your middle name is Peter, right?
Sure, for tonight.
Okay.
And so this is Peter Knight. I don't think that came out right, but let's move right on.
A lot of swinging Peters.
Great name for a group. Wow. That's it.
All right. So that was Peter Hutchinson, and he was in his studio singing a Bee Gees song. And if you want, I don't know, hopefully when we get back in the fall, we'll have everybody back here singing live from
Yep.
our stage here, right here at the Mews. So
It could happen.
thank you, Peter, for helping us out there and,
Yep.
and with this benefit. All right.
Right.
So our
Wow.
next performers, Steve Sollog and Dave Ball, are down in Florida, and they have agreed to sing 2 songs for us. Please welcome Steve Sollog and Dave Ball. All right. Oh, and I see Bonnie in the background. Yes.
Good old Bonnie in the
Hi,
background. Bonnie
Yeah.
in the background.
So-
Bonnie in the background. Hi,
For folks who
over
don't
there.
know, Steve Sollog is on the left and Dave is on the right.
Is that right? That's it. That's it.
That's as we're seeing you anyway.
Okay,
And,
yeah.
And Bonnie is going
Right
back
in-
and forth in the background.
Right.
Yes. Now you folks, you're down in Florida. What part of Florida are you in?
Well, we're at Vero Beach right now.
Oh, beautiful town. Yes. That's on the Atlantic side.
That's on the Atlantic side, yeah.
Yeah.
And we're staying in Merritt Island, which is Space Coast.
The Space Coast. And I spoke with you earlier. You actually saw a liftoff of some kind?
Yes, I set the alarm 5 o'clock in the morning, and I got to see a liftoff, which lit up the sky. And after it was gone, then you got to hear the sound. I wasn't absolutely right.
The red Tesla was on the side.
Well, no, I didn't get the Tesla. I just
No,
it
but
was one of his rockets.
the windows rattle, the house shakes. It's very
Oh.
close to that space center. Yeah,
Mm,
it's a big deal.
amazing.
Wow. And what was it that you saw launch?
He just launched the Falcon 9, which had 60 satellites on it. It's in the news around it.
Wow.
But
Well,
then
fantastic.
that took off.
That's a great opportunity for you to see it. Yeah. And also, you mentioned that you ran into someone there.
Well, as you know, or some people know, Florida is not closed up like New England. And there was a street fair in Cocoa Beach, historic Cocoa Beach. And it was hard to park. It was so crowded, but I did find a spot to park. And looking across the road, I noticed someone who was a regular at the
It
Mews.
was her silhouette that you
Right,
saw.
I just saw her silhouette.
Yeah.
Anyway, it turned out to be Brenda Evans.
No. Oh yeah.
And yes, it was. It was Brenda Evans, yes. And yeah, so we went over and talked a little bit later, and she's still doing it.
Yeah.
She's still
That's
singing.
fantastic. So
I got to
Brenda-
hear Bobby McGee.
Brenda was a long time singer here at the Mews restaurant, and she moved, I don't know, maybe about 3 or 4 years ago
Right.
down to Florida. So you ran into her. That's really fantastic.
Yeah.
I know, that's pretty
Wow.
Or
Well,
at least her
Thriving and
silhouette.
doing well. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, if you do see her again, let her say hello from all of us up here.
We'll do
And
it.
and Brenda actually featured the Coffeehouse virtually the second week, first week, I think. I can't remember, but it was back in January.
Neither can I.
So we had her. Yeah.
What a-
Now,
Oh, you did. That's great.
Now, Bonnie, what song are you going to sing for us?
Oh no, stop teasing me, Peter. Come on. I'm just trying to be an old-fashioned groupie here.
All right. Yes.
Minding my business in the green room.
And so, Steve, you and Dave were in a band over the years.
Yes, everything's complicated, but yes, we did play in a band. Yes, we did. We played in a band.
How many years were you guys playing together?
I don't think it got to be numbers of years. It was a short-lived group that was formed because Dave's brother suffered a stroke, and in order to get him back into like
Wayne.
Yeah, it was just to get him out of the funk he was in. We asked him to be the lead singer for the group, which he did, and it was a labor of love. It was a lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun.
Music. There's a lot of things about music, and one of it is that it's great for relationships and camaraderie, and it's a very healing process, I think.
That's exactly right.
When it's not blowing you all apart and fighting. So.
Absolutely.
Say that again, Dave?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, I know a lot of us, music is a very big part of our lives. So you're going to play 2 numbers for us.
One's Chuck Berry's song.
All right.
All right.
Why don't you play this song,
Yeah.
and then we'll have you come back and we'll talk to you before your last song.
Sounds like a deal. Or you might say, leave your number and we'll call you. That's right. All right, guys. 1, 2, 3. It was a teenage wedding and old folks wished him well. You could see that Pierre truly loved the mademoiselle. And now the young are sure and go down, they rung the chapel bell. C'est la vie, said the old folks, it goes to show you never can tell. They furnished off on a park with a 2-room Roebuck set. The coolerator was filled with TV dinners and ginger ale. When Pierre found work, with little money come and work out well. C'est la vie, said the old folks, it goes to show you never can tell. They had a high-five photo, boy, he let it blast. 700 little records, all rock and rhythm and jazz. But when the sun went down, the rapid tempo of the music fell. C'est la vie, said the old folks, go to show you never can tell. They bought a suit-up Jimmy, was a cherry red 53. Drove it down to Orleans to celebrate the anniversary. It was there that Pierre was wedded to a lovely mademoiselle. C'est la vie, said the old folks, it goes to show you never can tell. You can see that Pierre truly loves the mademoiselle. Now the young, mature, and madame have rung the chapel bell. C'est la vie, said the old folks, it goes to show you never can tell. C'est la vie, said the old folks, it goes to show you never can tell. C'est la vie, said the old folks, it goes to show you never can tell.
Wow. Rock and roll.
Wow, you guys look like you're having a ball.
That's
Great.
Too much fun. We're having too much fun.
Yeah, you are. Yeah, I know. That was
If you
Bonnie.
have too much fun, you have to come back to New England and
Yeah.
just knock it off.
That was Bonnie, the go-go girl in the background there, in case you're wondering. Yeah.
Well, yeah, we saw Bonnie getting into it as well.
Oh.
That's great. Yeah,
Down.
shaking it.
Dirty. She was. Yeah.
And Dave, nice harmonies. It's nice
Thank you
to.
so much.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was fun. Chuck Berry did. It's always great to hear a Chuck Berry tune. My
Yes.
opinion, the person who was the original rock and roll performer. Yeah.
He definitely got it off the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah.
John, thanks. They were awesome. Yeah.
All right, John and Luke. Lots of folks
Yeah.
call the feds. I can see them. I can see smiling.
I love them. The Incontinentals, they were just
The
amazing.
Incontinentals. I guess that's the new name. Yeah.
That is so cool.
Anyways, I do need to mention that Dave sang in an a cappella group. So that in itself is a phenomenon, because that, if anyone knows how difficult that is, that it really is something about the voices. And Dave has a wonderful voice. And with that,
Oh, I'm getting nervous now.
Yeah.
well, we're going to have you do a second song. So who's singing the second song?
Well, we both sing them both. You know, we kind of work together on this. You know.
Just singing them along. All right.
Yeah.
What is the next song you're going to do?
well, it's a traditional tune called Wayfaring Stranger.
Oh, great. Yes.
Did you ever sing that song, Peter?
Yes, I have probably over the years. Yeah.
Yeah, well, we're not going to swing it too much, that's for sure.
All right. Well, I would like to thank you guys for joining us and helping us with the fundraiser here in town. It's great to see you, and it's great for all the folks to just join in, and you know, everybody kind of misses each other this year, so it's nice to get together.
Yeah.
Thank you guys very much for helping us with the fundraiser, and we're going to go out with Wayfaring Stranger. This is the Incontinentals.
That's right, baby. We're talking about a lot of Peters on the show. Yeah, let your Peters in. One more time. I'm just a poor wayfaring stranger, traveling through this world below. There is no sickness, no toil, no danger in that bright land to which I go. I'm going there to see my father and all my loved ones who have gone home. I'm just going over Jordan. I'm just going over. I know dark clouds will gather round me. I know my way is hard at sea, but beauteous fields arise before me, where God's redeemed there is a scheme. I'm going there to see my mother. She said she'd meet me when I go home. So I'm just going over Jordan. I'm just going over home. I'm a poor, wayfaring stranger, traveling through this world alone. There is no sickness, no joy, no danger. That is that land to which I go. I'm going there to see my brother and all my loved ones who have gone home. I'm just going over Jordan. I'm just going over. I'm just going over. I'm just going over.
All right, Steve and Dave,
Thank you, guys.
the
Thank you so much for having us.
Incontinentals.
All right.
Woo-hoo, thanks for being had.
That was a lot of fun. You guys look like you're having a ball down there as well. Enjoy Florida. And when do we see you back up east here?
We only have a week more.
No, but we'll probably be up there the 25th of March, because we're going to take it slow driving up. We drove, so yeah.
All right.
All right.
Well,
Whoa.
Welcome
Thank you
to
very
America.
much. Thanks for your
Great to hear you. Nice to meet you,
fantastic-
Dave.
All right. Have a good night.
hi, Bonnie.
Bye. Wow. Well, Peter,
All right. That's the wrap of
Yeah.
our show. We have one more song to go here.
and it's you.
Yes. So we just a reminder, next week, Tenzin Chopak will be our feature performer, and we have other people we're lining up. And then we have one more week after that where Zoe Lewis will be joining us, and we have more guests there as well.
Yeah,
Thank you
yeah.
so much for your donations tonight.
Yes.
This song I always dedicate. This is for St. Patrick's Day, and it's a request every year by Marilyn Colburn, who comes to the Coffeehouse, and she's a wonderful singer and songwriter herself.
Mm-hmm. So it's got to be Danny Boy,
It's Danny Boy, yes.
and with the crystal clear voice of Mr. Peter
Yes.
Donnelly.
So thank you all for joining us tonight. And happy St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah, St. Patrick's Day.
Oh, Danny boy, the pipes are calling. From glen to glen and down the mountainside. The summer's gone and all the flowers are dying. 'Tis you must go, and I must bide. But come ye back when summer's in the meadow, or when the valley's hushed and white with snow. Yes, I'll be there in sunshine or in shadow. Oh, Danny boy, I love you so. And when you come, and all the flowers are dying, if I am dead, as dead I well may be, you'll come and find the place where I am lying, and kneel and say an Ave there for me. And I shall hear the soft you tread above me, and all my grave will warmer, sweeter be. For you will bend and tell me that you love me, and I shall sleep in peace until you come to me. Yes, I shall sleep in peace until you come to me.
Wow.
All right.
Peter. Wow, that's just great.
Thank you. Thank you from Ron
Thank you.
Robin and myself.
And a reminder, this at the Mews, we are open now from Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. We're getting there. 5 days. Tuesday.
All right, Tuesday through Saturday.
Tuesday
Here at the
through
Muse, so you can now come in,
Saturday.
make a
Starts this
reservation. Come on in.
Yeah.
Don't forget, John Richardson is singing tomorrow night, Virtual Piano Bar, at 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
So Virtual Piano Bar there. And thank you to Live from Provincetown for producing this show for us tonight. Thanks for all your donations. And we miss you so much. We can't wait to see you. Good night, everyone.
Good night.
All right.